Alright guys, welcome to No Young No Old. I was going to say episode, but we don't even know. That's episode 20 now
20.
because I've been got them in all my links so everybody can just view
Go
them.
use.
Episode 20. Yeah, so before we start, we'll give a shout to our sponsors. The first one we'll do is, because it's like showing it right here, Graphic by Kells. Does all your obviously customisations. Look at this wee t-shirt here. Got show it. No Young No Old. Gets it gone. She does other sorts. You want to do a wee sponsor shout? Like stay add in here, or you just got to do me something?
Was it? I didn't even say it. No, that's your
No,
podcast,
that's my
Johnny.
it's my
Remember the
podcast,
last
right?
one? Yeah, it's my fucking
So remember, like obviously when the money comes in, it's all my podcast, right?
Yeah, the money comes in.
But she does raincoats as well. We talked about them last time. They're
Aye.
quite good. Have you seen them?
I've seen the ponchos.
Aye, so
yeah,
it's quite good for
poncho
obviously the mains for the football with the mothers for when they go for the mains football.
What it does?
It does just scream and shout at mains when they go, and shout out to our second sponsor.
Putting up cars.
Yep, and they do, what do they do? So you got-
Use vehicles, salvage vehicles. So even if you go into the Instagram and you don't see it, because I say I quickly sell things, I'm only work myself, so 1 or 2 motors at a time. But if you're looking for something, just give us a wee shout. And I usually
Give me a
can find-
message, slide into DMs, and we have beautygal.24. Do all your beauty, obviously, nails, eyelashes, eyebrows, waxing, the lot. It's only me that gets that done. Remember, this is our PC one. We're probably not getting monetized. You
PC?
said that. Kind of PC ever one,
PG?
mate. Aye, PG, aye.
Yeah,
I
just
was
like
thinking of Lee Sutherland there.
Don't start me.
Well, that's you ruined it already again.
Aye, so we've got a very special guest today. So usually we do a podcast with him and we're outrageous, we exaggerate everything, take the mic. But today we're going to take the mask off him and probably make him cry a wee bit and talk to him. So welcome, Jay.
What's happening? It's good to be here. It's been a while since I've been on this chair.
I know. That's how you got your podcast, wasn't it? Sitting with Crookie.
Aye. Sinning. Who did they say? He's a Scottish Pete, did he? What did they
Is
say?
that correct?
That's what Ryan says anyway.
Never even paid me.
Aye, so you happy to be here?
I'm over the moon to be here. Summer.
Aye, so we're going to get straight into it
Cool.
with you. So the reason we wanted to get you on is we've obviously had guests on it, like parents and stuff like that, but nobody like you as a young father. So we want to speak to you. What is that like nowadays in the generation that we're growing into?
I think it doesn't matter how old you are. Nobody teaches you how to be a parent.
No.
Nobody. Like, obviously, you can go on past experiences from your own parents or whatever, but for me becoming a father, nobody teaches you. I'm still learning.
Aye, what age were you when you found it? And you became a man?
This is going to get deep quick. We found out on the same day that so I'll always call him uncle. It's my wee brother's uncle. We've got different mums, but his family I've always seen as mine. Sadly took his own life, and I was actually staying. We used to go down and stay with my dad's every 2 weeks. And Jesus Christ, I'm going to be getting already. Fuck you. So we were down staying there, and my baby mama texts me. She's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm pregnant." Then my dad was like, "Can you two come downstairs?" And obviously we found out that Mick had took his own life. So I think I was 18, 19, I must have been.
That must have been hard for you.
Aye,
that
it's a lot of
whole-
emotions to bring in.
Because obviously you've got the happiness, but the scared,
Well,
and then you've got that emotion.
Let's kind of separate the two situations. Obviously, that happened at one time, but see when you found out you're going to be a dad, what was your initial feeling? Because 18-year-old, you're just a wee boy.
I am going to be fully honest with you, and I'm honest with this about everybody. I never wanted to be a dad.
Yeah.
The world is hailstorm. I never wanted to bring a Wayne into this. I don't regret it by any means. I love my wee lassie to bits, but I never wanted to bring a Wayne in, and I lied to myself for the longest time. When we first found out, I was constantly saying, "Oh, I can't wait." Bear in mind, I was still in a lot of
Your own
party
problems,
substances at the time, so I was. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm so excited and all that." To everybody that I thought about, but realistically,
The
deep
fear.
inside, no, this is going to be hard for people to hear, especially seeing for the type of character I'm a. And obviously, it's different now that I'm a full parent.
Aye.
But at the time, I was like, I cannot be a dad. I can't do it.
Aye, because people like especially at that age, know what I mean? Like I
At
couldn't
18,
picture-
just think we were like,
Aye,
we were
having a wedding.
partying.
You're just a child.
I
know
couldn't
what
even
mean?
look after myself at 18. I really couldn't.
I couldn't.
So that must have been terrifying. How was the experience with? Cause obviously you're close with your mother, aren't you? Mm-hmm. So how
I'm
was
close to both.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Millennium.
so it's telling your mother then, and how did that go?
Jesus. So, that was so. The first person I ever told was my wee brother's mum. Obviously when we were down, and I shouldn't have done it at the time, but I had to speak to somebody about it, and I've always seen her, even though my dad and her are not together, I've always seen her as my stepmom.
Yes.
Even though my dad's been with other people, but my wee brother's mum will always be my stepmom.
Yeah.
She's been there for me, so I told her, and I shouldn't have, for what everything that was going on at that time. I know I shouldn't have, but I had to get it when she was dead. She was there, and when it came to telling my mum, like, I never slept for it was something like 4 days straight. I was constantly taking nose candy. I was, back then, when stuff was going on, I would get overly aggressive. I would shut everybody out. I would get into self-destruct, and that's why my mum pretty much booted my door down one day, and I'm lying in my bed like this, no slept for days, still coming down on whatever. My mum's like, "What's up with you? Have you?" And I'm like, my mum's like, "Have you got her pregnant?" And see, at that point, I was like,
You just admitted it.
"Aye," because I was so exhausted. Pretty much in a way it was lying, but at the same time it wasn't. I was so done with it. I was like, "Aye," then my mum never spoke to him for 2 weeks.
I still think it's mad when you hear people, like, maybe because we're parents, like, well, not because this is talking about parents going, see if, like, my Wayne's came into me at 18, 19, like, over the legal age, like, and said, "Oh, I'm the Wayne." Aye, it's not the best thing in the world to progress, but it's not the end of the world.
I was going to say, no, my exact words there. When we told my mother-in-law that Louise is pregnant, her first words, "He's ruined your lives. He's too young."
That's my mosses.
When has anybody ever regretted it, and when's it ever made somebody's life for the worse?
Yes.
Having a Wayne?
It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you heard somebody that's a parent go, "Oh, I wish I never had Wayne's," it's pure like
You've got Ryan in there waving away. Because
you know what I mean. Like, it never affects your life for the bad. You know what I mean? It can be stressful, like, financially, and then looking after them, and like it's a new, like,
it's a great
like
thing.
you said, doesn't matter if you're 18 or fucking 38. Like, everything you're going to learn. You know what I mean? You can't, like, you try and read it in a book or go to these classes before they're born, but you no learn it other than your hands on.
But I know so many people, especially from my area, that take nothing to do with Wayne's.
Aye. No, I mean, it's easy enough for you to use your excuse that you're too young to have it. No, I mean, it's a pretty common thing for people to use. Like, "Oh, I was too young, I was naive." Going, nah, life is a full
Throw
circle.
something myself under the bus here, man, right? But I watched Team Mum UK with my wife, man.
Oh, yes, man. Yes.
And
Is it still on that?
but they've got like different seasons, and I've just started this new one. It's the thing with, and there's a wee lassie there, and she's disabled. She needs a wheelchair and that, and like she's having a win, and the guy went, "Nah, we don't want nothing to do with it." She's raising it herself with her mum, obviously. But there is, like, young people nowadays, you've seen that more often. Like, young boys are going, "I wouldn't want nothing to do with it anymore." And I don't understand is that a thing that's happening in the UK now?
Well,
Are a lot of young men not interested in taking care of their
because
kids?
it's the same crap that's bleeding off America. You know what I mean? That's the American lifestyle of got somebody pregnant. But then they were going to go into the whole. This is where I was going to step onto the whole pro-life thing, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people use age for a reason for abortions, right? Which then you use the thing of pro-choice, and I always feel that when women or people use pro-choice as a reason for abortion, as well, your choice happened twice, right? You had two choices. One, to have sex with somebody, right? Choices straight out the bat, right? And you're talking about your body, going, you've gave your body to somebody.
Yeah.
No, it's my body, I can do what I want. Going, no, you've given your body to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I don't find many grounds for abortion valid. You know what I mean? Other than pure medical.
So I do. I'm on the different side. This is going to be my first time ever talking about this on camera. Shit. So pretty much me, I would not have only been. She wouldn't have been my only. Right. Do you know what I mean? Abortion does. Now, I understand. Look, if you need to get an abortion, get an abortion. There is. I know everybody says there's never a right time to have a wean, right? I fully get that. But I'm on the side of if the female, if she wants to get she's the one having the wean. If she's not ready, and whatever, that's completely fine. Like,
aye, no, I agree with that side of things, but I feel like it's a one-way system.
aye,
Because if you decide to have the wean, but you decide not to have the wean, the way the system works in this country anyway is that tough titty.
Aye, basically.
that's how I see it though. Like like I said, I was fully not ready, but at points I still feel no, I'm not the dad that I should be, or I even don't see my wean running about, and I'm like I'm not getting to see my wean as much because of the amount I work. You know the amount I work,
constantly.
and that's on me. I get
That's
that
just life though.
because
that's
I pick
life.
I pick the shift up though.
Aye.
So I fully agree with it. If take it from a guy's perspective, you went out on a night out, you've went out and slept with a lassie, and you've no more protection, and you've got a pregnant, and she decides to keep it. Aye, tough titties. Stand the fuck up and be a dad. Because if you're not going to step up and be a dad, and especially the way society is. Not a lot of men want to come into a woman's life and be a stepdad. So
But the fact that you said that there, but what if the guy, you have a one night stand, she falls pregnant, you want to have the wean, and they decide, I don't want to have the wean?
But that's
You know
the
what I
thing. That's the
What
way
if
Jay's
you want
explained
to
it.
step up?
Because you want to step up, but it's
Aye.
them that's going through all that pain. And it's
Aye.
them that's
Not really, because you get a lot of people like I've had personal experience with this, you know what I mean? And try to get over that, the fact that you didn't have a say, there's nothing you could do.
Aye.
It does, especially when you have kids, you kind of get you a wee bit going like, well, I could have had this, could have that.
yes,
And I always think people's paths, like, I never judge anybody in nothing, because everybody needs to make choices in life. You know what I mean? Like, I've said this many a times, everybody's got their own path, and there's things that come up to you, you're going to have a crossroad, and you need to keep taking those
Definitely.
paths, and eventually you'll get your way in life. Not pure deep as fuck.
Aye.
Get your own way in life, and that I mean. So, like, when somebody says to me, "Oh, I've had an abortion," like, I don't go, "Oh, you're a terrible person, you're a bad person." It's just everybody's got choices. You know what I mean? And we all make them, and then it's really important that people accept their choices, because people know accepting their past and choices they've made is the reason why they have a shape future.
definitely.
Yeah,
Aye.
that's it. So we did speak about, obviously, you told your mother, your stepmom.
No, I told my stepmom first,
Stepmom
then finally
first,
told
your
my
mum.
mum.
So obviously your mum, your stepmom, and your dad together at that point.
No, they've
no,
not been
they've not been
together
together
for years, but they've always still been
Yeah.
like close and pals.
Aye.
do
Did
you
you
know
tell your dad quite quick?
what I mean? Aye. So I mean, me and my dad were in the motor going to the gym, and I've pretty much turned on him. And me and my dad, we've always had this weird relationship, and I think that's kind of why it came to the point where it's not that I actively avoid my dad. It's just I don't. There's nothing really much to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Aye,
But we've
aye.
always had the connection ever since I was 14-year-old. Started puffing weed and all that stuff. Like, weed killer for your garden.
Aye.
I were in the motor going to the gym and that, and it's like two pals. I've always seen it's me and my dad. It's no father and son. It's like two pals together. And I just pretty much I was like, I've never guessed, but I was like, I've got her pregnant, and he just burst out laughing.
Aye,
And
that's
he's
I think
like,
that's
oh.
my reaction. Be you fucked.
Aye, pretty much. I was like, oh, what you got to do and all that? Was she keeping me? I was like, aye, she's keeping me off. Better pull your socks up, all that, all
Aye.
that part.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Probably the way I would respond, because at the end of the day, life's going to be shite for you for the
No.
next couple of years, but you just need to get fucking up and move. And
You've got to push them. As we said, some people obviously have said it's not for the time, but I do think a kid helps you along in life.
Aye.
That's when it
Help
turns
me
you into a
hunters.
man, 100%.
Definitely.
We can't get into two-tier because of my transport. We can't talk about the stuff I used to do, all that stuff. But if I didn't meet Louise and have a kid, I would probably be in jail with people saying about and stuff like that.
I'm the same.
So I think having a kid changes you for the better.
Aye.
Some people obviously they don't take up the responsibilities, and I think it gets
Definitely.
bad for them. But when you take up that responsibility,
Aye.
and to be honest with you, we've spoke about, we've not really went into it. I don't go with my dad. I never have. He admitted day before my nana was going through cancer that he didn't have the bond that a father and son has, which was fine with me because I grew up with a stepdad that loved me, and it's one of the ones he classify him as my father.
Aye.
But with you being so young and your dad being a pal to you, do you think you needed somebody like a father figure there to just to, I know he was your father, but like just to kind of help you a wee bit and kind of get, no, kind of like cuddle you a wee bit?
No.
Just no?
So it's yous know me out here kind of personally anyway. I struggle with emotions in general. I'm a very sort of not dull person, but I've got it tattooed on my chest. I've got the fuck it mentality. Something comes to me, I'm just going to need to stand up and deal with it. You could have used support at the time. Now looking back, definitely, but
Can't change
Can't
your past.
rely on
I
support
can't
though,
say-
because it's
aye.
never going to
Yeah.
always be there.
But
know.
I need to admit though, like I've got a stepdad myself, right? We've been at each other's throats in the past, but he's one of the best things that's ever happened to my mom. Like we've got a nice house now. I've got two wee
That's
brothers.
the way I
man.
see it. I hated my step. That sounds stupid.
Aye, you made the
It's
I'm
stupid
not
homework.
terrible, aye.
Aye.
Aye,
You
but
ruined his life for so
no,
long.
but it's a weird thing is, as I said, I didn't hang me, but me and him had the bond where on a Sunday we'd play the PS2 at the time and then watch Dream Team at night in Sky. But that was our thing. And it does, being a stepfather, it must have been hard for him. My brother was
Aye.
older. My brother probably would tell you clashed with him, and you're at the age where you probably clashed with him.
I can't lie. Like, see if I had me as a win, like I was very emotionally confused as a child. Like, you might, I can see you.
I just thought sexually.
But like, it's weird. Like, and I didn't ever really realise it until I got older and I had me and I got sober and stuff like that. Like, Now, it was no abandonment issues as such, but I always felt abandoned.
But did you not feel like this is a big reason why I think boys become men? We've brought this before.
Yeah.
That did you realise at that point that nobody's come to save you?
Aye.
Aye.
No, I mean, and that's what changed. See, in a minute a boy realises there's no heroes
I
out
need
there
to
coming
fight
to
for
save them.
myself.
Aye.
You have to defend for yourself. So your life. That's when I think that part changes.
So
know what I mean?
it took me. I've kind of had that mentality since I was young, but it never really kicked in until about 2.5 years ago. So I was. My mum's always been there and supported me. I love my multi bits. Like even with me the now, like I know like there's a lot of things I struggle with the weighing and stuff like that. But my mum always. She's like, you need to be doing this. She's been a great guide as a parent. I cannot fucking lie, man. My mum's been a godsend. So she is, especially with the being getting older. She's like, why don't you go and do this, do this?
Aye.
Great stuff, man. But I always sort of knew in the back of my head that my mum's always going to help me, especially through that phase. But my mum's always going to help me. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I'm here on my own. And two years ago, obviously, I'd recently lost. I'd lost the job I had. Got to a point I had literally no money in my bank whatsoever. I was contemplating going back on taking drugs and on all that stuff, and pretty much I wasn't seeing my. Was I seeing? Aye. In fact, Mia was. She was coming into my life more and more. She was staying overnight and stuff like that.
Aye.
And that was like sort of the first time in my life I put my experiences into action. And instead of relying on everybody else, like I didn't really rely as much. I kind of looked for support, but I literally went out and I got the job. I got a job in management. No management experience. I went and got a job in management. I brought back a TikTok. I brought Mia back. No back into my life, but I was more
Active father.
More an active father. Even when she was doing like I was getting my wee brother and stuff like that doing. I was getting her to meet people. It's just wee things. People just say that's what you're supposed to do as a dad anyway. But what a lot of people don't realise is you know who I was back. Like I don't even know who I was back then.
Yeah.
And that's when I did. I stood up, man, and I was like, right, I need to do this. I need to be a better person. And from that moment going forward, I have been. I was like, although I've got that support, it's definitely as you say, like nobody's coming to help you. Like, I always have in my head, and this is so morbid. What will happen if, say, they're away on holiday and like a plane crashed or something like that, and I've got this house and I've got 2 cats that I need to thing with. I'm going to need to be able to stand up and take action, which.
But also, you need to remember with that mindset is that you're still only young. You know what I mean? You're still young right now. You know what I mean? You're talking about when you used to be young. You're still young to now. Like, see the version of you to now is going to be a distant memory of the version you're going to be in the next 5-6 years.
I see this as my lower. You know what I mean? Even though like all the mad stuff that I used to do, I see this generally. So people always go back to me, I'm so proud of what you've achieved. I've achieved a normal. I've achieved living like a normal human being. I'm not proud of that. I'm just happy that I've got to this phase. So I still see this. The early years is my lower stage, and I always think back, like, it's weird, I can still remember some memories with my mum and dad together when I was like my daughter's age, and I think, well, if I can remember that, surely she might remember that, so I need to try and...
because that's one, I was a wee quote as well, saying that, like, you're going to be your child's memories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what it is.
You need
That's
to think
the whole
about,
thing
like,
is.
what they're going to remember when they're older, you know what I mean? And like I say, I've said a few times, it's like you need to... I feel that you do probably put a lot of pressure on yourself, feeling you need to be the best or do this because you've said this.
I think every man feels like that when they've got a child.
I wouldn't say it's the healthiest thing to have though, because it does take away from what you're the positives you're doing. Know what I mean? Because you're.
Is that camera on?
I don't have a clue.
That was the one Jay put on. Jay, have you not put that camera on?
What is it that?
The one that you put on was that one there. I think you put that camera on. You've no. The other two. That was the one you were touching. I said menu.
Right, you can turn it on.
So you're not going to get me and Jay. You've got to get the watch. Do you want me to do it?
No, it's alright.
Menu, and then that's it now. Hey.
Welcome to the third angle.
Fuck's sake.
I know.
Anyway,
That'll be fun.
Shut up, you dick.
you might be the fucking producer in there.
I know. Right, so I don't want to get too much into it because we don't want to. Don't know if you'd like to get spoke about, obviously, on camera. So co-parenting, that must be hard for you.
It used to be like we never had any contact. We couldn't be in the same room. We couldn't be in the vicinity of each other. As the ones got older, it's got really better. So it is.
Yes,
that's good.
Like I've already said, I work a lot. So I do. So I'd love to be able to go and get like Mia more and stuff like that. Yeah. But with the way the world is right now, I can't afford to. I genuinely
that's it.
But aye, so we still have our ups and downs and co-parent. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I will never fault her as a mother ever. Never.
Yeah.
She's
Aye.
a brilliant mum.
So does that help you, the fact of how great she has been a mother, that she helps you out in a sense, do you think?
So, and this is going to sound horrible the way I say it. Watching her is like, it kind of like gives me a bit up the arse, being like,
Yeah.
So say I'm no feeling, and that's not. I'm not even talking about like when I've got. There's times genuinely I'll sit in my bed at night. I'm not a decent dad. I am not the father I should be. But then she'll tell me
we had like that as well.
all the stuff she's doing, and like even if we do have a wee argument or something like that, I never see it in is it? I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I see it more as a step up. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as that I'm trying to do better than her, but I'm trying to be as good as she is. Which
pedestal type thing.
I don't care what any guy says. Right, a man will never be on the same level as the mother.
No.
I don't care. Like, it's nuts how I've known her for years and stuff like that, and seen her by the way and how great she is as a mum. It's nuts.
It's different than when you get a wee daughter.
I think.
Aye, because she will. I think daughters attach me to their dads.
Aye. Well, like you're saying
late
about
in
the
their own.
role.
I know you're saying the role. It's like kind of.
See the mother-father role. It's like, it's really good for. So you're seeing your child quite like what ages?
3. She'll be 3 next week. Depends when this comes out.
Probably.
I will just say next week. And what you'll find at her age now, like she's looking for the nurturing side of life, which the mum not all can give.
Such a cheeky bastard.
Aye.
Yeah.
But it'll get to the point where like she'll turn into like there's a mini you, and like your role will be more important. You know what I mean?
So see the fact that you've just said that, right? So the Wainsmore sent me a video a couple of days ago and she's like,
flexing. I seen one of she was doing that like she was doing that
oh
flex or something.
no, it's better than that, right? So the text is, see when I say she reminds me of you, this is what I mean. So the video pops up and it's the Wayne standing in front of the mirror kissing it. Like just feels slow motion going,
well, you're doing that live 5 minutes ago.
That's my Wayne, man.
Aye. So it was good that you've got. So we're going to talk about your down points here.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about addiction, about the partying lifestyle.
100%.
Which I think you've done super early.
Yes.
No, I mean, like, as mad as it's your normality and you talk about it, like, hang me, I'm like,
So there's a reason behind it, which I'm more than happy to get into.
Yeah, we're more than happy to get into depth. You're saying that because you didn't start drinking till you were 18. That's a bit.
I was 17 when I had
He was
my first
17 when he had his
Budweiser.
first drink. He had his first kiss at 19.
Aye.
So we're getting a bit deeper level. So you were very young when it started.
Yes.
So do you want to tell us exactly how it kind of started?
Yeah, so I've always been an aggressive, cheeky wee. I don't even know how to say it. I didn't ever feel like I was where I had to be ever.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in like mental health. I meant like literally in life. Even I've always felt like not that I deserved better, but I'm always steps ahead. And I understand it now where people say like you're only 22, you seem more mature than Mace. But I so started when I was 14. I want to say 2016. 14.
2016.
We were 26.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So I'll never forget it. We went camping. I say camping, we weren't. We were just and I remember
Just in a tent.
up the fields, and my mum was like, "You're not drinking." Da, 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 da. And I remember I like doing everything myself. So we were out, and I'd never been to this forest before. So I'm out to take a walk. I just found about the MD sitting. I'm like, somebody stashed that. I'm having that. So for there, it was like every couple of weekends out with my pals. Like if I wasn't at my dad's, I enjoyed that. Then quite a substantial moment happened. When I was 15, a lassie that I knew she took her own life. But it was weird. So I liked this lassie, right? But it was one of the things we would talk for a couple of days and we would just never talk. Then my mate would be like, "Oh, her pals are saying she's." Do you know what it was like when you were a wee guy? Then I remember being on work experience and I found out and I just lost it. I fully lost it. I remember lying in my bed, like greeting, properly greeting. Because one winter we were out, I had 2 fingerless gloves and she took one of them and I still had the other one. And I just remember lying in my bed greeting with this glove in my hand. And my mate at the time, because he knew her teen, he knew her power, he was like, "Look bro, do you want to get a walk or whatever?" And I was like, "Aye." And that time we were out the walk is the first time I'd ever made a sick joke, and it was in relation to that, and I think that's where my kind of bond
Traumatic,
with and so for there it was like started off with puffing a bit of the devil's lettuce, then it moved on to it was like taking pills and stuff like that, Then as I started, and then it wasn't aggressive at that age because the weed was because my dad smoked it. Anytime I was like, joint.
By the way, say whatever you want. We don't care about monetization.
All right, that's all right. That's
Just say what you want. We don't care about monetization.
So then, obviously, when I started getting to gaffs and stuff like that, it was about 15, 16. Now, I was always seen as, it was a joke at the time, but I was like the junkie of the year. It was a wee line here or there or whatever. Then it was pills.
That was at 15, you said?
15 going to 16.
Was it a different friendship group you had though when it changed to that?
So I'm a social person. There is not a bit, there's, especially in my school, like everybody was kind of pals with everybody.
We kind of had that and all.
The shift started when I turned 16 and started working at McDonald's. 16-year-old, when you're in that mind state, because I didn't have any responsibilities, so I would go out the weekend, get a drink with my mates, and that money was starting to come in, and the people that I worked with at the time, obviously, I could buy things like Coke. I could buy, instead of just a wee quarter of an Eckie or somebody, I could buy a few Eckies.
Yeah.
And the more I worked and the more it started getting hit, because I never got over that, what happened, I never got over that for a long time. So it started, and I started hitting it heavier and heavier and heavier, and I just didn't stop. Then obviously the baby mum, she ended up pregnant whilst I was in McDonald's, and I started hitting it worse. So I did like really bad.
Aye, so like you're trying to find, like, when I talk to people with addictions and people with that personality you're kind of describing, is through trauma. No, I mean, you tend to find that people don't just have addictions. Like Andy, who's been on here before, his addiction started when his dad passed away at 13.
See, I wouldn't even call it trauma. I find it selfish, especially like because I've got a fantastic life. So calling anything like that way, the death of her, or me and my dad being rocky or whatever, I wouldn't call that trauma, because I know there's people out there who've got it a lot worse off.
I understand that,
you
but
compare.
you can't compare.
Saying trauma, I find it an insult to my mum when I say trauma. I do not use the word trauma. I do not say I've had trauma, stuff like that, because I feel like, because my mum has done her best by me, she's tried as hard as she can. Me saying that I've been through trauma, I feel like it's an insult to her.
But every trauma is different for other people. Like,
Well, I mean, he's got, like, people who refer to PTSDs, people who've been in the army, you know what I mean?
so I feel bad that I've got PTSD, and I'm like, mine's isn't that bad, and he's like,
it's
to me.
different, there's different variations to this stuff.
We had it through McDonald's. So we did. I done TikToks on it years ago, and it was in the papers. You can develop PTSD. See, when you like go to bed at night and you're sleeping, you're imagining you're in work and stuff like that. That's PTSD.
Aye.
Yeah.
So it is.
That's what mine's is. I have nightmares that I'm back on dialysis and I'm screaming.
Same with, like, forms of grief, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to kind of go, like, to grieve somebody. We've said that's no dead, you know what I mean? And you think, oh, what am I doing? But you're still having the same emotions. Doesn't have to be the fucking extremist version, you know what I mean? I mean, you get different versions of things like trauma, or because traumatic things can just be in a car crash.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't
definitely.
mean your lifestyle's been traumatic.
Yeah.
I mean, you've went through an event like that age, you know what I mean? That's, your mind is too busy trying to develop, you know what I mean? That something's just went like that and took a big fucking stamp on it. So
I wasted my development stage. Like my mono, that's always said, like, as a wee boy, you're very intelligent, and I know, and I can kind of see it looking back. And even though in my later life, as I've been getting sober, that kind of intelligence is to a point coming back to me. But like 100%, like, I destroyed my fucking
childhood in a sense, because it is technically
technically I was still a child. Like,
so you were ruining your childhood. Just
but at the time I thought it was fun. Like, I remember first works night out I'd ever been at McDonald's, and the next day I had a presentation for my higher English. I hadn't done any of it, but it was all the night before in that Shanghai Shuffle, like buzzing Charlie all night. And I walked in, funnily enough, I did smash the presentation. But seeing now, looking back on it, I was like, I'm like that. How the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
It's
big time, like,
wild.
like I've said as well, was like, what age are you now? 22, 23?
22, 23 in January.
Aye, it's like the periods of your life are just going to be, like, you're going to constantly compare yourself to the previous year. Like everybody does it. We're 34 and I compare, like, us turning 30 was like through COVID and that, 4 years ago. Like, I feel like a totally different person for then.
Aye.
No, I mean, I feel like I've grew more. I mean, there's some traits that I don't like that I've got to now, but like a bit of laziness, a bit of this, a bit of that. Know what I mean? Like having grey hair, using it as an excuse for fucking having sore knees. Know what I mean? Bodies kind of falling to bits of me. And nobody ever told me, like, see, growing up, see, looking at a 30-year-old, I thought 30-year-olds were fucking living the peak of, like, performance, man. But every 30-year-old I see looks like a fucking bust.
I was going to say, have you ever watched an 80s movie with a 30-year-old? They're all like pure side patches, grey hair.
I'm going like, it's mental, man. But
so we're talking about, obviously, you on your drinking drugs at a young age. So obviously did stop it all. So how did that eventually happen?
So I don't lie about it. I never have. Even after my Wayne was born, I was still. I was in. I don't actually care, DPD at the time. And if you've ever worked in a warehouse, or MD watching this, has worked in a warehouse, man, it's drugs galore. So it is.
Yeah.
It's, I always say McDonald's is bad. You work in a warehouse, Jesus Christ, every day, like, taking gear just to go to work and stuff like that. Now, an altercation came with me and my mum, and I pretty much left my mum's house for 8 months, and I was in staying with my wee granny, man. Fucking wow, what that woman done for me. And through that time of staying at my gran's, it was sort of like a realisation for me.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't seeing my wedding tape. If you see then, I was in no fit state to be. I literally couldn't have done it.
It's just a point in your life where like you could have went and tried your hardest to be sober, but it just wasn't your time. You know what I mean?
So I through that 8 month, started to get sober and stuff like that. By the way, before I was into my grand's, man, my mum started to click on that I was a mad cokehead. Like I was coming in coked at my nut and all that, but bringing people home back to my mum's while they're still in the house. Stuff like that. But I, over the 8 months, started to get sober now. My routine was, I used to use Discord a lot. There's a lot of great sort of channels on Discord for men who don't want to get into AA specifically, or any groups. Because it's a daunting thing. Like I went to the doctors, and it was actually the doctor that says to me about it, like, have you got a drug problem? I was like, nah, nah. And I clicked. Then I remember when that happened, because it's when I just moved back into my mum's house, because I'd text her. I was like, look, I've just been to the doctors, I've been given E-blockers and stuff like that, and before I knew it, my uncle, who I'm really, really close with, my mum's brother, phoned me. He's like, I'm so proud of you, by the way. I'm so proud that it's the hardest thing today. And I remember I broke down in the middle of Hollytown Main Street, greeting. Actual tears were running down my face. And for then, it was in my head, I was like, right, once every 3 months, I'm going to get on it. And I stuck to it, and for about a year, it was once every 3 months. I went and done my thing, I had a night out. And the last time I done that was Colours Fest with my brother. No, it wasn't. Aye, it was. And for then, it just slowly but surely. The gym came into my life more. The Wayne started staying overnight with me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I met my missus and stuff like that, who is also sober. And no, I'm not going to lie, there has been relapses down the line. So that there definitely
again,
has been.
You're still young. I know I keep saying it, and I probably think it's a wee bit patronising.
Well, it sounds a bit creepy.
You're still young.
You're still young.
Still right, man.
But
That's all still peachy.
There has definitely been relapses in like the past year. But it's not to the point where it's made me want to.
It's not controlled you.
It's not controlled me. It's not controlled my life. It's made me realise why I don't do what I used to do. And like Ryan will be able to. Ryan's probably told you before. He's said it on podcasts and stuff like that. I never ever went out looking for a fight with me, but I was the most violent guy in the room. So I was like, I could be sitting there chilled all night, being so sociable with everybody running about me. But like him and my mate Alan will tell you, like, and I know I don't look like much, and people used to say that to me, and they still do say it to me all the time when I tell them stories. They're like, what? But if we were in a nightclub or something like that, it doesn't matter, like, even up on the floor dancing, like, they're like, it's the most violent guy in the room.
It does, the violence does take over, right? So this is a part, so we are generally 28, nearly 30, how long are we in, Ryan? 34, right, keep that time in mind, because I'm going to ask you this. If you don't want to speak about it,
That's fine.
Do not need to, because it's a big serious subject. Mental health.
Yes.
So through everything like you were going through then, if you don't want to speak about it, because it's a big thing, because we don't want to think it, young people mental health really bad right now, and obviously going through all that, how was your mental health through it?
Fucked.
So did you mentally, did you know you were like really fucked at the time, or do you think the drugs?
I did. So
going?
like I've said to everybody, and I've spoke to people. I've even spoke to younger ones, which through places that I've worked in, through places that I work, because I can go out and do so much different areas.
Yeah.
Especially the drug I was taking, it gives you your actual core personality that's shut down. Especially if you're abusing it. Me as a person, that's gone. There's an alternate personality that develops and stuff like that. So whenever I was coming down or I couldn't get it, and I'm not going to lie, I have tried to take my own life. I know I joke about it all the time.
Yeah.
But,
so that's why I didn't know if you want to speak about it, because it's one of the things that probably would come up when a lot of young people do all that. So that must have been a serious thought through your head if you were thinking about that. Like that shows you how bad your mentality was.
There was no thinking about it. I was in the act, and I'm not a religious person. I see it as like everything happens for a reason. We all do something for some reason. I'll never forget it. No, back then I was only about 8 stone. How my body weight can snap a tie at 8 stone? It's not possible. It's genuinely not possible. But it happened. So
your Bobby Sands weight, and you managed to snap tie.
exactly. And I remember it was getting bad at the time. I was taking a really load of bad seizures, and I didn't know that was a cause of stress and stuff like that. But I'll always remember. And by the way, I'm so sorry because I know some of my family do watch this. I'm sorry if any are watching this and knowing you don't know this about me. I know a lot of you do, but I'll never forget having my tie around my neck and my body starting to seize up and go. And I was like, aye, this is it, man. This must be the thing. Where I remember not being able to breathe, and it was like, a lot of people say they start clutching for life. They start like, I'm regretting this. I didn't. I was like, now this is where I started. Maybe I'm into autoerotic asphyxiation or something like that. But I was starting to feel at peace.
Yeah.
And the seizure started. My body was going. I was like, right, this. I can actually feel it right now. I was like, this is it. Then bummed, woke up on the floor. I was like, what? And that was kind of okay. So at that time, I had lost my job at McDonald's and all of that stuff. And I was like, what happened here? What went wrong?
You, and I says to your mind, you're trying to end your life, but then you just wake up and go, did I even do that there? Like in your head,
there was a similar situation. We had a guest on, Tom, who he actually spoke about it and didn't really realise he was actually speaking about it. He actually went into the subject because his mate talked about spiritual stuff, and he wanted to take his own life, loads of pills, boom, fucking drove into an embankment. That was him gone. Even like he says he was on the bed and they were talking about how like say goodbye to him. That's him. You could hear it all. And then something he should have that like vitals are gone. Boom. Something brought him back. Like I'm not a big religious person. Something brought him back, and that gave him some mad fucking like uplift in life, and he changed his life from that moment. So for him to look at that, maybe him like you doing that, as much as obviously it's a big negative thing, it's something that happened that just triggered something, like it woke something up in you. Or did you think that was a big case?
Or did you think at the point did you go, I want to do this again?
So at the time I had my head, I'm like, right, clearly that one didn't work, so let's move on to the next. And at the time it was always doing gear. So I used to just over lockdown and stuff like that, I just used to sit in my room and snuff gear at night. I remember one night I was having the night of my life, man. Dun, and I went to sleep in my bed, man, and it was like somebody punching me in the chest, proper, like, and I was having this dream where I was in like a function room, and family and all that, so I was having the time of my life, and there was a door, and the minute I was having this dream, I clicked on, everybody that was in that room were no longer ways.
That's the road passed away.
So I always remember walking, this is fucked, man, I always remember walking out the door, and there was like a playground, and there was a wee Ben playing in the playground, and as soon as I got to the gate of the playground, I woke up in my room flare, like face down in my room flare. Now I've done a wee bit of research and stuff like that where I don't think it was a heart attack or nothing like that, but something's happened to my body, and either I've managed to push myself out of my bed and it's fucking brought me back. Something's definitely happened, and so that was obviously the second time, and from there I was like, shit, I need to.
You're supposed to be here for a reason. There's no. You can try it again, mate. You're not getting the chance. You're not going to work.
But because of the type of person I was really selfish back then. I just took it as, I'm still going. I still kept rattling drugs and stuff like that, right through DPD and all that fucking jazz. Then it wasn't obviously until that sort of year of doing it on it once every 3 months was up, and that was me, man. When was coming down, and I felt the first year's always the hardest to get sober. I've always heard everybody say that, and it was, even to this day, every day of my life I think about coke. Every single day, and I try and explain that to people. Now I've took pretty much every drug under the sun, so I've never injected it. Well, I technically have, but I've never injected like smack and stuff like that. But I've pretty much took everything under the sun. But every day of my life, if I get stressed out, I'm
cocaine.
I'm first thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah, and I understand that for other people's perspectives.
And I've not touched it in so long, and whenever I did have a wee relapse or whatever, I hate the feeling of it. I hate being on it. I hate the feeling of it. But see, I don't know if it's like my mind just resonates with something's going bad. I need that in my system right now.
From what I've heard from other people, when they first take the first line, it's a relaxing thing for them. Once it's supposed to give you this pure buzz, but once if they've not had it and they get that first one, it's a pure.
Aye.
Yeah. So that's probably why it is one of the drugs that people do want
to.
Like
again, like we spoke to Holly, it's that wee devil playing about with you.
Yeah, the devil's always there trying
to. You know what I mean? That's a good thing though.
Aye.
You want the devil to keep talking to you because when he leaves you alone,
somebody else to talk to him.
I know, because Ryan goes missing 2 weeks.
No, but aye.
Bad timing there, Johnny.
Like this is, and I've said the other day, turning 22. This is the first year where I have been mentally all right.
Yeah.
I've been like to the tail end of last year, obviously, because the full of last year I spent gym and weighing, like I'd done my first ever bulk and stuff like that. Obviously, I took steroids and stuff like that as well. But last year was like my repairing year. This year, I have never been more mentally sound and safe in my life. So I've no.
So I'm going to ask
in
you.
your life now.
Yeah, because we're here. So obviously, I want to speak about your gym life, but before that, you're talking about the working scenario.
Yep.
Do you think a lot of young people are going through it now because they think out the wages down, everything's going up? A lot of people are working a lot more, like yourself, young people. Do you think drugs now, because of the way people are working so much in certain industries, like you said at McDonald's and DPD, do you think it's even worse now? Do you think, or do you think?
So my it's so weird because everybody talks about generations, but what you don't realise is there's a massive gap between me, who's 22, and somebody who's 19. There's such a different shift, although we're still young, and you would still see us in the same generation. Like you see it all the time, like 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002 are like completely different for years after. And a lot of people, I know there is people younger than me that do put the graft in out there, but what I've noticed is a lot of the ones younger than me, they do not want, do an 8-hour shift and they're fucked.
They don't want that.
See, a lot of them are quite clued up now.
I would say COVID was a big deal of that.
Yes.
COVID fucked people's mentality of what they need to... Because even I got super... I was there for 3 months and I've worked since... The minute I finished my last exam in fucking 4th year, boom, I went and got a job, and I've worked manually ever since. And see that 3 month off, that was very spirally for me, man, especially with drink. I mean, I was jangling Jack Daniel bottles about like fuck. And I noticed my dip. I mean, and I'm quite mentally strong. You know what I mean, I've had things happen. Like, I feel like I've built up, and I'm like, see somebody any weaker than me, even just a fucking smidge, would I fucking right down that rabbit hole?
But I think it's, and a lot of people aren't going to like this, I think it's all down to the parents.
I know, 100%.
So my mum's very, like, even through school, see if I was no well, and she'll deny this, I know she will, see if I was no well, it was like, you'd still go to school.
A mum would do the same.
And see now that I'm in work now, in the past 2 years, I've been off not well.
I can't comment on that.
I was got just generally say to you, my mum has never took a day off, and she's worked in Bunjil no far. How many years? We were in high school, so no, generally must be over like 20 plus years. And she's never took a day off unwell. My brother's the exact same. He's worked in, 16, so good few years. Never took a day off. And I think, as you're saying, it's the parent mentality. So, Craig, how about you going like your days?
I never used to go to school on a Monday, man. My mum and dad were too hungover.
See, when I was at school, especially when I was working,
my dad were raging alkies, man.
I used to patch, like, so we'd always, in 6th year, we get our free periods that were supposed to be to study. But I was like, I'm not going to sit here and when I can go into work early and make, I was only $5.50 an hour at the time. I was I'm getting 2 hours early, make an extra tenner.
I used to do the exact same.
And sometimes, generally sometimes, I would walk in school at fucking like 10 to 9 in the morning. I always remember, it was always Miss Murphy English, man. I'd walk into English, right, and my phone would go, Miss, my phone's going 2 seconds. But we're short staffed, you want to come in, knock my door, oh miss, my granny's no well, I'm going to go and look after her. And I'd be in for 9 o'clock in the morning, Ryan will tell you to 12 o'clock at night. And my PSHE teacher, my personal development teacher, she was the best for it. We were all sitting one day, and but I think sign language or something we were doing. I've got a level 1 sign language certificate that I don't know any else, don't ask me. My phone went, and she's like, oh Jay, come up, if you're going to answer it, come up to it. So I've answered it, it's my manager. She's like, hi Abby, are you alright to come in early? And I've looked at my personal development teacher, she's like, if you don't say aye, you are an idiot. I was like, I've been there, I was like, miss, alright if I go? She's like, aye, that's sound, on you go. Went and get a bus and straight to work. I've always done it.
I loved doing that because it was perfect. I generally used to go to school for maths. In my 6th year, it was the only thing I done was maths. I took air classes. I went for like gen air classes, but it was the same. It'd be like, do you want to come into work? And I was supervisor when I was young age. Aye, more money. I'm like, damn right, more money to make it past the weekend. That's generally what it was. So obviously, just the ability there about the young people. So you think obviously every generation it does change then.
I think which a lot. It's definitely hard for younger people. I'm not going to. It's so much hard. The job market is mental, even for like entry level places like McDonald's, and even my job now. It is crazy. We cannot hire any more people.
People's last resort. So I was just going to join McDonald's, but
McDonald's is one of the best. McDonald's for a younger
person.
person.
Fuck all for work. See, part time. Like obviously, no experience. Just left school. They go to college and uni, but they just want something at the weekend. So you try to get a wee weekend job that used to be a common.
I get a degree in accountancy. And then there's a few
Oh,
other
did you?
people
Aye.
getting
That's what I
kicked out. This coming for you. It talks on a shite. I know somebody that I'll tell you a wee story. I know I keep saying it. Trump keeps saying it. I know.
I've got a good story.
Hang with. But like there's people that pass with me and they were looking at jobs and it was like you need experience and
I know.
you've just got a degree. Like with more experience, like you can't get any fucking higher than you can. So it's a tough time out there for kids.
Aye.
Plus, especially like everything's went up, but the wages haven't went up that much. Especially for
kids. Is it now £11?
No, that's for an adult or 16-year-olds.
£11.50 is the living wage for 21. So it is. I don't know what it is for 18, but I'm sure it's...
Well, I'll check it now while we've got it.
Parts of America in there still at like $7 and that for adults.
That's crazy.
Like I says, I got lucky with the job because I went into as the bottom level of management you could get, and obviously went up further, which my mum was like, so my mum was in the sort of same
£6.40 for a 16-year-old.
What?
£6.40.
The way I look at it though, see for a 16-year-old, what the fuck you got money? Do you need money for?
Well, let's put it
Your
this way.
digs.
Right, you're saying this, right? No, you're saying this. No, like you're saying this,
no,
right?
because look at lessons. Lessons are £40 a lesson.
Aye.
Your theories, but £35. Then your actual driving lessons, £80 And if, by the way, they want you to take a lesson beforehand, which is an extra 35. And I've heard from people that they've not took the lesson beforehand and they've failed on some stupid stuff.
Aye,
what I mean?
It's crazy because you're saying that. Fucking
then a motor as well. If you're 16, you'll need to start saving for a motor at 16.
I'll
for
get you a
insurance
cheap
and stuff.
motor.
No, but think about it. You've obviously worked in McDonald's when you were a young age.
Aye.
I did the Subway. Now, I was a supervisor and there was adults earning more than me and I was their technical
Aye.
boss. Because of that situation, you're
I
getting
was
paid a lot less.
£55 a week for first year, my apprenticeship, so get it renewed.
I
was working like 8 o'clock till 5:30 at night.
He'll
Saying that.
tell you, right. I used to every Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. I used to run the kitchen shift when it was about 16, 17, must have been 17, eh? 17, aye, because you were there. But that wasn't a joke, by the way, was it?
No, I just thought you got to go. Hey, Ken, you know what I'm talking about?
So I was running the kitchen shift. Now everybody after about 10 o'clock, no other 16, 17-year-old would want to work after 10, but I did because it was somehow, by the way. Or the night shift team and all that's coming in.
I used to like night shift in New Look. I used to work there. That was good.
I sniffing all the knickers. And they're all on a lot more than me.
Joke.
And they're coming in, who's running the kitchen? And there's me, 16-year-old, 17-year-old side of a twig, like, I'm running the kitchen.
Wanting all the fries.
Aye, do your own fries now, get out of the baby. No, I'm like, aye, but see, to be fair, they're right. Who am I to tell them what to do when I'm the time $6.50 and they're making £8 at a time?
I know.
Know what I mean?
I used to get that. See, when you used to tell older people, like, clean up time at the end. So I'd do the towel and I'm like, you need to clean that. No, you do that. And you're like, you can see why I'm for a fucking like 40-year-old.
Aye.
And I've got that 17-year-old telling them to clean something. So, gym life.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
no, but we're kind of jumping that subject.
No, I was just the way you done that. Gym life, right?
Right. So, because we did say we bring it up, talking about your gym life. So, you done a video recently.
Yes.
Saying you don't even like the gym. You
Yeah,
just
aye,
dated
so
to
I
go
was
there.
pure in the dumps.
Aye, so you're in the dumps that time,
Aye.
but your gym like has changed your life because obviously it's,
Aye.
they say you swap something for something else. So you hit the gym massively. So tell us about that.
So, at the ripe old age of 14-year-old, as I've already discussed, was very violent. I had an altercation with my mother and my stepfather where I was full out taking things too far. Like, I was ready to murder somebody. It was my fault. I was trying to murder somebody for my fault. Anyway, it's no. And my dad's like, right, I'm going to start taking you to the gym. And I was going once every 3 weeks, still getting absolutely baked at my tree, man. And I didn't enjoy it. But at that time, like, I was doing it because I wanted to be stronger than it was mere. I wanted to be better than everybody else. And I hated it. I absolutely hated every fucking minute of it. And lockdown hit, and I had to go 2 years without the gym. And in that 2 years, I remember sitting in my bed, coming down, man, like my bed fucking greeting, like actual tears running. My mum walked in, said, what's up with you? Then she could tell something was actually up with me. She sat down, she said, what's wrong? I was like, I need to go to the gym. I need to go to the gym. My mum was like, you can't. I was like, no, you don't understand. I need to go into the gym. I need to be there right now. And she was like, no, lift your weights and stuff now. So I'm like, it's not the same. I cannot be in here.
Aye.
Then gyms opened back up after lockdown. Obviously, I was still taking drugs and stuff at the time, but I was back in, and because I was getting older, my body started being able to develop with the lifting weights.
Yeah.
Like when you're 14 years old, it doesn't matter what you see on Instagram. See all these 16-year-olds that are massive and huge, whatever. They're either getting fed peds or their parents are PTs training them right, because at that age your body should not be able to develop muscle like that. So started doing that and I got into it more, and I realised like the more I was training, the less I was drinking and sniffing. And it got to a point where it was only a once every 3 weeks thing. Then it came into once every blue moon when I started getting sober and stuff like that. Then, not last year, but the year before I got a PT. Obviously, I've spoken about the story about that. It was a wee bastard. You know who you are. By the way, I tell people about you all the time. So
You're marked.
aye, honestly. And so, but before then, I'd been,
No, is that another one that touched him? Right, okay.
that was just you. I'd been messing about with sort of orals at the time. I didn't really know anything much about steroids, but I just knew, you take these to get big. So I was messing about, taking the welder, doing all my studies personally. Then I got really into it last winter, and I done my first ever winter arc. Done my first ever bulk. I was like pizzas every night, but at this point I was alone. Like I distanced myself from everybody. So my full life was seeing my Wayne whenever she was staying over and going to the gym. Obviously, I was working my job at the time, but I wasn't like going out and doing all that. I was literally just eating, gym, and it was the first ever time I'd hit 11 stone, and I great on the scales. And I kept up, and just by luck, obviously things started working in my life. Obviously, I started seeing her at the time as well. Then went to Ibiza in the October of that year. Came back, and I was like, I'm jumping on. This is now, because I went through a phase that I was doing this to be better than everybody else. I was going through a phase that I'm doing this for my mental health. Then I was going through a phase that I'm doing this because if something lands on my daughter, I need to be able to lift it. I went to the phase I goes, no, realistically, I'm doing this for me. This is for me. I want to be. I was proud of myself back then. I've put this weight on.
Version.
I'm doing this for me. So I decided to, obviously, I'd done my research on roids and stuff like that, but was still too scared of the needles. Went to Ibiza and got that tattoo. And I was phoning my mate Callum. I was like, I'm hot man. He's like, being serious? I was like, aye. And
so that's seeing that still gave me getting the rigged lecky. It's like, hook me up.
And I knew it's down, especially my family life. My mum absolutely hates it. And fair play, man. I left needles lying about once. It was my stupid mistake. But one thing people don't speak about, and I'm not being an advocate of you should go and take it, but I was training for 7 years, 7.5 years before I'd put it into my body. My mental health has never been better. Genuinely. Shut up, I can hear you laughing.
I'm falling off the chair.
Aye, shut up. Obviously, it does have its ups and downs, like especially with your hormones, and it can really, really damage the inside your body. But it made my training so much better.
Aye. Well, they say the kind of damaging inside your body. I think it's the being negligent. Is when it does. Know what I mean? Like, because people have been cycling for 20, 30 years. Know what I mean? Like, there's high end.
The Rock's 50.
Aye.
But I mean,
you probably find that he's been guided.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So he's got professionals on their side and all these other people doing it. So I think it's just realising it's not a quick fix. It's
definitely
people think you just
take steroids
take
and that's
one
them.
jag,
Got
next minute you're solid.
Training became harder.
Aye, because your body exerts itself so much quicker. Your muscle, all the glucose, everything comes out your muscle so much quicker. That's why you build. Know what I mean? Like, so as I say, when I used to do it, know what I mean? I was getting so confused when I first started it, going, how the fuck am I pure? What?
I was looking at the time. I just said we're running short.
Cut you.
Right.
And I was pure struggling. Like, I mean, like sets. Not. I mean, I'm going. I'm pure gassing out here so quickly. But then after a couple of weeks, I went, fucking hell. Johnny's like, me, you're the biggest cunt in here.
What I noticed as well is, see, being on it, man, this is so weird, man. It felt like I was giving myself purpose. You know what I mean? And it kind of put a big perspective on life in me. Men need purpose to be happy, and I don't care what anybody says. Like, if a man's not got purpose, he's not happy. And like, that was my purpose. And obviously, being a father is my purpose. Making money is my purpose. Getting loaded is my purpose. Looking the best I can, not for anybody else, for me, so I can look in the mirror and go, Jesus, look where you've came from. That is my purpose. Selfish, possibly.
But I think every person needs to have a form of selfishness.
You need to be selfish.
Because if you're not going to be the best version for yourself, you're not going to give it out to anybody else, are you?
I hate that people in general are just not willing to be the best version of themselves. And I hate it so much. And the views I've got on it now can be seen as very, very offensive to the full, like, gym and fitness and all that. It can be seen as, but oh my fucking God. And I do keep it to myself because I would just get ridiculed for it. But in my head, I know I'm right.
I know I'm right.
In my head, I'm fucking right.
Imagine if I was a PT. You're a fat bastard. Fucking move.
But
some people should need fucking slaughtered.
So I've said my opinions to people before, and they're like, "Ah, it's a bit fucking thing, me."
What is it?
I've just had a pure deja vu there, as if we'd done this before.
Probably have.
No, generally there, it's weird
Deja
when I
vu's
said that.
freaked me out, man.
It was
What
like
did they
that
say
there.
about deja vu's? It's like something like somebody telling you in your head.
Aye, no, but see when I just said that, it was if we were all sitting, that's happened before. It was fucking weird,
Fucking
man.
tripping it, man. What you saying that?
I know.
I've told my views to people before, and they're little, but there's nothing. Nothing I love more is see when you're in the gym and you see somebody who's like obese or really overweight on the fucking treadmill kicking their content or over at the weights. I fucking love that shit, man. I go out my way. I always got and say to people like, there's a boy in my gym that I'm at the new, man. He's been there since I started, probably longer, and he's dropping weight. And I get my way. I'm like, man, you're fucking trimming down the half, aren't you? And he's like, oh, I love that, bro. Your physique's great yourself. I'm like, nah, it's not exact. You know what I mean? Aye, and you're like,
He's putting the work when he's big, so when he gets slim, he's like, I'm yours.
but it's the same. Like, see when like I'm a pure judgmental person. We'll drive through Wishy Main Street. Stay to them. But we could be driving up Ravenscraig, and that same person could be out doing a run at 9:30 at night. I'm like, fucking windy, doing on you go.
Speaking about that, man, remember this boy in a scheme called Charlie Cutton, right?
Oh, me, man.
This guy would run forever, man.
Oh,
Put Forrest Gump to shame.
He put bricks and everything in his bag and everything. He
He was
just
a unit, man. I remember me and Andy were walking back for fucking Paisley at like 4 in, just staggering, bouncing at things. And we was in this distance, this guy with a tap on, just, what was that? Just wee Charlie, just go.
It was generally, people hated playing football with him.
Do you know what? He probably reminds me a wee bit of you because you had that, you had to do something or you end up fucking killing everybody.
Manu Hing's it's not really MMA. It's just one of the boys in the gym trains MMA. So I got you seen it on my TikTok. I got because I'm struggling to have sex now. So I had to get some sort of.
Just keeps waking up.
So I had to get some sort of fucking aggression out my system, and I got some MMA gloves. And I've just been hitting the bag, but there's a boy in the gym that actually trains MMA, so he's been showing me a couple of things. So that's
Should do. That's probably something.
that's because I done sort of like cross country type thing when I was training for Tough Mudder. Loved it. No, I liked it, but didn't love it. Then I done track for a while as well. Liked it, but didn't love it. But this, what I'm doing now, I love. I need to have something else on top of my weightlifting to enjoy the weightlifting. Do you know what I mean?
think fighting's a great one. I've done Muay Thai training that, and it's a different. See, when you're drained doing it, it sounds stupid, but see when you're actually doing like punching the bag and it kills you, it's
primal.
It just feels great, don't you? You're just
it's
like
fucking primal.
you're dead, but at the same time you go see somebody come in for a fight now, I could fucking take them. Even though your body's too weak, you go, if it's you just feel yourself building when you say it in yourself, you go, can I go? But imagine somebody starting, you feel yourself getting back again, like I can hit this bag again.
See, I'm doing it for me, obviously, because I always need to kind of revenues of fitness, but I've never been this weight before. I know I've dropped a wee bit of weight for coming off cycle, but even now, my fucking mobility, I'm not used to walking about it. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, like fucking 78 kg the now. I'm not used to this weight. Like, I can't fucking move.
Your body, like, like you do feel when your weight changes. You know what I mean? It's quite good.
I'm skinny as fuck. So I've got some questions for
Yes.
you.
Then we'll open the box.
We'll open the box. So since obviously
Box.
you've exposed yourself and you've been greeting a wee bit and trying to hide your tears, I've got some
They're
questions.
hiding in my
for you.
beard.
Aye. So basically, if I've been a buff, handsome guy, you're a fucking wee nerd in the back end.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes!
So, what is your favourite
Batman Year
comic
One.
book?
Batman Year One.
So, what do you love about it?
It's so it talks about it's Batman's beginning, right? And I don't understand why. It's see like the Illuminati and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's one in the DC universe called the Court of Owls, and they're just so fucking mysterious and they're just tied to everything. Like everybody thinks like they just bring Batman. It makes Batman like needs to be at the top of his game all the time because they've got these assassins called Talons, who are they came from like the rich families of Gotham. It's their children. It's a fucking lie to you there. It's not. Haley Circus, where Robin originally comes from, they would recruit them for there. I've gassed on it, man.
Where's the bulb?
They'd recruit them for there. Dick Grayson, the first Robin, he was supposed to be a talent, and it's got one of the best fucking clips in any comic. Batman fucking sucker punches Nightwing, who was the first Robin, and his tooth comes flying out, and he's got the talon symbol, and Batman's pretty much like, yeah, you were supposed to be one of these assassins, and I fucking saved you. And Dick Grayson's like, what? It's great. It's year 1 and year 2 is fucking year 1, year 2, the House of Owls, the Court of Owls. It's all one fucking block. If any comic book, there's going to be something like you've said that in the wrong fucking order. It's all pretty much Batman's first like sort of 3 to 5 years. It's got the Riddler and all that. That is the main year 1. But that's my favourite comic book of all time. Series sort of.
So being a young dad,
Yes.
what TV shite do you put on for your rent?
Bluey, Paw Patrol. We're right into Paw Patrol now, but Bluey's my favourite because there's so much.
Bluey's one of the best, I think. For
Bluey, man.
It's generally so. It's weird to explain it. Adults love it because it's like shows you actual real life.
Emotions and all that,
moving
and
house and
things that
everything.
people go through,
I don't know if you've seen the episode where the aunt comes to visit and she's.
Can I have a lane?
Yes,
Aye.
mate, I was greeting.
That is fucking
Well, I'll tell you
emotional.
another one. I've seen the one where the grandpa takes him out to the lake.
Aye.
And then the mum comes along, and then she's like, she sits next to him, and she's like, "Oh, it just feels like yesterday I was here." And then the grandpa says, "No, it feels a lot longer." And then it's just her as a wee pup, and I'm like, "Fuck!"
Aye.
You know what I mean? The Wayne's away playing with something else, and I'm like, "Oh, fucking."
Aye.
So do you watch it? Keep watching it when she's not there? Because I do that.
do it.
We've got the
Aye.
Wiggles on, and I see me sitting singing away, and I'm going. She's been sleeping half an hour, and I'm sitting away.
Aye, so what we'll do is we'll wake up in the morning. She always tries to get up at the back of 5. I'm like, cuddle dad, get your dummy. Oh, I want some milk now. Don't you want your dummy? You want to cuddle dad? But around about 8, 9 o'clock, we'll get up, and I'm not going to lie, I'm still fucked, man. So I'll stick the telly on. I'm like, what do you want on? I'll put Blue on, that sound. And usually I like to go back for another sleep in the morning. See when Blue's on, nah, man, I'm getting right tuned into it. We get up, we get breakfast, and I'll leave my room telly on. She'll get her nap during the day. And I'll bring her up, and Bluey's still playing on YouTube, and I'll put her down in my bed. I'm like, right, I'm going to go and get stuff today. And before I knew it, I'm lying in my bed, phone in one hand, eyes glued to fucking Bluey.
Bluey's kicking off.
Aye.
Is that
I
your
love
missus
Bluey.
fella, Blue, no?
Bluey. It was probably the main one. She likes her Peppa Pig.
Oh,
Peppa Pig's a prick.
Andy's Dinosaur Adventures as well.
Not seen that.
Oh,
one,
it's on
no.
TV. It's brilliant.
Mine's is
Comes on at
Me
half
and Ella
8.
watch Benidorm at night now.
I was going to say, mine's is the Wiggles and Harry Potter. Like, generally,
Aye.
I watch a Harry Potter series twice a week, and that includes Fantastic Beasts with my daughter.
I love Fantastic Beasts.
I think it's amazing,
Brilliant.
one of the best
Aye.
ones. So, you obviously comic books, you love them.
Yes.
So, it's a two-parter here.
Uh-huh.
Who's your favourite superhero in
Nightwing.
comic books
Nightwing.
and in movies?
And movies. So comic books, definitely Dick Grayson, Nightwing, first Robin. Grows up like, fuck Batman. But in movies... Fuck. In movies... Oh... I'm going to say Wolverine.
Wolverine?
Summer, aye. I'm going to give you 2. For Marvel, Defoe's Wolverine. From DC movies, Jesus, because there's not really been a lot.
DC's not been big, man.
DC's fucked.
I've got to say Batman because I love Batman to bits. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's
There's a
Batman's.
lassie on my Instagram. She's a tattooist. She keeps putting up this. It's 400 quid for a day, and she does it one day. This cracking Batman tattoo that she's wanting today. It's got Batman's like kind of face, and underneath it shows him like walking through like a city or something.
Fucking tag man.
Yeah,
Often
tag in it.
probably.
It's a-
Tag man.
Mate,
Child support's not getting
it's a
paid.
belt. She does it like either inside arm or back of the leg.
Aye.
Is what she was going to say. Mate, it's a nailer. It's probably
Tag
one of the
man.
best ones I've seen.
Tag
And
man.
nobody's. So she puts him up at like 8,
Aye.
and nobody's fucking went for the Batman one.
So,
Find it and send you it.
just ask you that question.
Aye.
Same question, but villains. Favourite comic book villain
Oh.
and favourite movie villain?
Yes. Right. I'll give you for both. I'll give you Marvel and DC. Right. For Marvel, my favourite villain in the movies is Ultron. Such an underrated villain.
Did you watch
Yes.
the What If?
Oh my
How good
god.
was
That should have been
Yes.
the film, man.
Yes.
That was
That would have
unbelievable.
perfect.
Ultron is such
Fucked
an
Thanos right up.
underrated villain. For the comic books, Doctor Doom. Fucking Marvel Doctor Doom. Or either.
I'm looking
Are
forward
you
to
worried
the new-
about the movie because of
I'm
how
looking
good the
forward-
comic is with Doctor
Ah
Doom?
man,
It's-
Robert Downey Jr. should not fucking be playing Doctor Doom.
No.
You keep him dead.
No, but you don't know the multiverse version.
I don't
of
give
it.
a fuck.
Robert Downey Jr.'s, Tony Stark and Doom were in university together, same dorm.
I
in the
know,
comic
but
books, and then they switched their.
I don't care.
minds.
doesn't
Iron
matter.
Man dead, right? Stop trying to fucking bring him back just because Marvel's going to shit. We'll bring Robert Downey Jr. back. No, you fucking won't.
I think it'll be
Plus,
class.
it cost a fucking fortune to bring it back.
Then from DC, talking about films now, this is going to be one that's a wee bit out there because everybody's like, oh, the Joker, whatever. My genuine favourite villain,
Penguin. I love the Penguin. I did Danny DeVito
That was a
before I
class
was.
No.
film, that man. Ted Bundy.
so I could actually use this answer for both, but I'm not going to. It's Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze, yes, and especially for that film that came out in the 90s. I know it was so cheesy,
Aye,
but
aye.
the full reason he does that is so fucking heartbreaking. For the comics, it's so weird because DC Comics are trying to make all their villains anti-heroes, you know. But definitely Bane. Definitely Bane.
We can I get that way?
Aye.
That would be favourite.
Aye.
So obviously you're on the TikTok quite a lot. You're not as big a TikToker as Ryan because he loves it. That's his main thing. He's a TikToker, proper one.
I hope that
He's
picks
getting
up.
called a TikToker. So obviously people give you a lot of abuse. And obviously
big time.
you're quite good with your comebacks and everything.
Aye.
What about when it get personal with your family and that? How do you feel about that?
Oh,
If it happens though.
So it's people have tried to get it's only ever people that know you will ever
You
get
can look at that camera and it's on.
It's on that you finally put it on.
There's no point. It only looks at you, is that camera?
Aye.
I know.
But
It's where the money is.
there
Go for the
is.
start now.
What I've noticed is people only attack you for your family if you're a very strong, like mentally strong person anyway, or either they know you.
They know what
And
push the buttons.
I don't ever. You'll never see my daughter anywhere on like TikTok or stuff like that. I've done stuff on TikTok with my brother, but he's just as fucked as me, man.
I thought it says you're Wayne.
Fucking East End. Oh, Hollyoaks, that's the one you watch. It's a Hollyoaks
Again,
episode.
because of my mum's job in the company that she works for, a lot of my fan base comes to them anyway. So I
Yeah.
always get good stuff for that. Nobody ever wants to, because the last time somebody tried to rinse my mom in Solly, he was there. I leveled him in the toilets. So I did.
Put his knickers down.
So I've never really had them. They personally attack my family. So I can't really comment on it, to be honest. I don't want to make a
Nice to
comment
know
when
that.
it's no happened. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, so the TikTok game, you're really good at it.
Aye.
Do you think it's because you take your tap off? Do you think you're interesting? Tell the truth, are you a boring bastard? Do you think it's just a tap? Is it?
So, like, I've not always been built like this. My following came from before I was built like this. I think, well, back then anyway, I gave people something to relate to. Because I wasn't scared to go on the internet and talk about drugs. I wasn't scared to go on the internet and make up fucking creative wee skits and stuff like that. And genuinely now, I think it's the progress people enjoy now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm fucking hilarious, but I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. People like that about me, even in the workplace and stuff like that. I can't keep my mouth shut. What comes out my mouth is what comes out my mouth before I think about it. I've started censoring myself a wee bit for this, but I think it's the muscles definitely does. But there's so many people that comment being like that, bro. I've not seen you on my For You page for years, or what happened? You've put on all this muscle. I think it's just somebody who's relatable, or either just
CGI.
CGI.
I don't know. I was waffling a wee bit there, but that's a really, really hard one to comment on.
It is. So, do you miss working at McDonald's? I actually got that written down.
Yes and no. I miss the team that we had back there. Like, this is a pure. I know people always say it's toxic to have a workplace be called his family, but McDonald's was pure.
Just that bottom bit there. If you want to tell, you don't. Do you want to wait for it?
I'll wait for it.
Right, that's fine then.
We'll wait for it. So I missed that period of my life where it was no responsibilities. The team that was in there we were all really close pals. It was nuts. It was a full team. We were out every weekend. The life was great. Obviously for that short period of time before it all went to shit. But I missed that. I missed the social aspect. I do not miss the job because I still wake up at night. Aye. Yeah. I can't walk into McDonald's. See the fryers? I go to McDonald's all the time, but the fryers send me off my nut. The most recent McDonald's advert is the sound of the fryers. So in my current job, it went off and I freaked out. I just lit that and they're all like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what's that noise? Where is that coming from? Like, it's a new McDonald's advert. I was like, are you kidding me? I had to go and sit in the toilet for 5 minutes. It was like a flood of. Now at the time you don't think it's that bad because it's the only job you know, but we were abused in there. I'm thankful for it because I can multitask like
It can
nobody's
be wild
business.
in there, man. Sometimes you like at the drive-through, you look in and every cunt's fucking.
You see people raging. You forgot my chips, and you're like,
sometimes I need to
fuck
remind
off,
man.
man.
Sees the fact that listen, you've just got your food in 3 minutes.
Well, Louise came home moaning there it was a few weeks ago. Oh, they forgot this, they've done that. I went, did you stop out the driveway and look in the bag and go, oh, that's no, it's your fault then. They're doing about 100 fucking orders.
So I've always said it, the only people that can specifically go up and complain or make comments on how McDonald's work is people that work there. And the one I miss you so bad for it. I'm such a cunt. I do it all the time. Like we were in not too long ago, the wedding, the missus and that, so we're sitting down And that was my fucking burger. And one of the boys I used to work with, Nathan, man, love me bits. But I was fucking raging. I've got no test in my body. I can't have sex. I'm angry. And they've not gave me my double cheeseburger. They have, in fact, they gave me a plain cheeseburger instead of a double cheeseburger. My fries were fucking freezing. I walked. I was like, Nathan, just in my order. And he's turned to me and goes, what's up, mate, bro? I was like, I wanted a normal double in there, freezing. Came back. I was like, mate, you're such a star. You're a legend. Cheers for doing that. But I felt heavy bad. I just hurled right across the counter at him. Then I've sat down. I'm thinking, I was like, he's had to deal with that. And see, as soon as I went up, another couple of people went up after me going, my chips are freezing, and I'm sitting at the table like, I'm
That's
such
your fault.
a
That's your
arsehole.
fault. Leave the fucking moan.
But I've worked there. I know how the system works. Like it's
Busy
see on the
bastards.
cheeseburger, it comes up. See if you're getting a plain double cheeseburger, it says plain double cheeseburger. Says on the screen plain double cheeseburger. Right? That's not what I ordered. How the fuck have you gave me? It's not even my order number.
Aye. Right, so you've got a wee gift here on the table. Craig,
Oh,
you want to
fuck
present them?
everything. I might need a pair of scissors for this bad boy.
Fuck's sake,
Right,
you've
so
had this the full
what's the
time.
thing you keep seeing advertised all the time, man, and you go, lot of shite, never is. Like,
Double-ended dildos.
no. Right, so,
Sour.
don't make a face.
Right.
Oh, let's get it going.
You seen this? No?
Oh, grizzly bear, get fucking in.
Hold on.
Freeze-dried sour sweet challenge.
It's basically it's a sour, like candy. Basically, you've not to make a face. You've got to suck them now. I know you're used to that, Ryan, but like,
Aye,
suck
I
it.
can suck anything.
We'll fucking see.
Oh, by the way, Ryan's been here the full time.
Aye, I've just been in the thingy pulling my head
Aye,
off.
he could have said the camera wasn't on, but you know.
I wish I'd got a pair of scissors.
I didn't know the camera. I've only got one screen in there and it's that middle camera.
Oh, fuck. See, this is the thing, right? So I keep seeing this advertised. Like, I've been sucked in by TikTok again.
Did you get a TikTok shop?
Aye.
Here, I can promote that.
Yeah.
There you go then.
So anyway,
Clip a wee video. Get him
Right.
Here, I've got
We're
you.
all
Mate, send
doing
me
it.
the link.
Is
for
this
that.
like this one chip challenge, you know, like,
And
you
you
know?
better tag No Young Nold in it. And actually tag me in it. You keep tagging No Young
Right.
and No Me.
So
Oh,
I always we get sweets and people go, oh, they're super sour. And you
Aye.
think, you go, what a lot of shite. You know what I mean? So I keep seeing this.
They
and
can't
I'm
be
like,
worse than that toxic waste that used to be about.
that's shite now, right?
Off.
Freeze dried.
Aye, you right?
Aye. So I don't know if you want to just shove
Green yin for a.
Hold it. Hold it.
I get a bit of blue one. It's all green.
Good Fenian sweets.
That's definitely no monetising this.
How am I not out
Smell
here?
it.
How many is it?
Aye, there's plenty, but.
Right, we'll do it through. We'll
All
do
four is need
Can
to
you make a face?
3, 2, 1,
Just, wait a minute.
and you've got to
Are
do
you
it
doing the full lot of me?
Aye, you need to put it in your mouth
full
and
water
let
and
it
then let's
dissolve.
chuck on it.
Right, so, go 3, 2, 1 it.
Right, ready? 3.
Show the camera the packet.
Aye, show the camera packet.
Camera packet. Don't make a face.
No Young Nold.
Right.
3, 2, 1. Good and stop fun, mate.
Fucking massive. Oh.
What?
Wait till you finish it, by the way, fuck me. You just do it.
Your face is down otherwise.
It's not bad, man.
That was no bad.
That was fine.
Isn't it the worst in the world, right?
It just tastes got hundreds of the flying saucers.
It just did it.
That's actually.
I got a bit stuck in my throat.
The roof of my mouth's fucking
But
bubbling.
not the last time. That's him greeting again.
That's not that bad.
So, alright, guys. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a good one. Please have a good night. Bye.
Bye.